Welcome back to On the Go Gyan, your pocket dose of podcast Gyan. My name is Rohit,
I am Ajay.
and in this episode, we are going to talk about mentoring.
I'm actually curious about this title, Thy Protege.
What's so curious about that?
Where did you get this idea?
So, protege is actually what we refer in simple English as mentee. And I thought we are using like some old school English, so I thought why not put in some Shakespeare English also.
Shakespeare.
Thy.
But Google doesn't recognize that. When I just type in Thy Protege, it says, are you meaning the protege?
Protege, it should recognize.
Yes.
Thy
it does.
is a little too much for Google.
Shakespeare. Yeah, that's good.
And it's good to change up a little things.
Yeah, go back to old school is good.
Yeah. Who was your first mentor ever? Like,
My first ever mentor, I remember, would be my parents because they taught you what life is or how life should be approached. But I don't remember any specific things because none of that was explicit. What I do remember is my first ever schooling, which was the before class 1, where they taught us explicitly this is what eating means, this is how you should eat, and all those things.
yeah. What do you call it? Not pre-nursery. Nursery, you call it.
Nursery, yes. Do you remember anything from that age, such an old time?
Yeah, I remember very faintly. That time I was in Gorakhpur. And in Gorakhpur, I was going into, I don't remember the name of the school, but I used to go by a rickshaw. And there were only 4 classrooms in that entire school. So it was KG, LKG, UKG, and principal's office. That's it.
Nice.
It was a very small school, and I don't have that good memories of the school as such. But I can only remember that it was good. I mean, life was worry free, and I would enjoy every single moment of it. And then there was not so much pressure also. It was A, B, C, D, and that's all you were learning.
Yeah, I think all of school life will fall in that category. But the reason why I remember it so well is in our town, especially, they have this wonderful habit of not giving lunch or food to kids from home. So food is always served at your school or college, wherever you go to study.
Okay.
So they taught us what each and every food means and what kind of combinations of food you should eat and everything from a nursery point of view. So that was beautiful.
No, my nursery was very simple. I was just learning ABCD. I think in that school, I learned how to read the clock also.
Oh, nice. So I think that would be the first mentor that we have in life, right? Nursery.
Right. Actually, whenever someone asks me this question, I always say that it was my mom and dad. Because that's how you typically start. Each and everything that you do, your mom and dad shapes it for a lot of the life, initial part, and even now. And they are like your lifelong mentors for each and everything.
Exactly. I think they deserve the role of your forever mentors. Other persons or your family is obviously your forever mentor, but other people apart from your family are certain points of life they help you being a mentor.
Right. Other mentors are very specific to what you have to achieve.
Correct. So, for example, the nursery mentor was just to teach you ABCD.
Right. And in college, you'll have your project mentors, and they are just there to help you with your project, nothing else.
Right. So, I think this brings us to the fact that anyone on earth can be a mentor. Do you think so?
Absolutely. And I even believe that whoever is your mentor is not, it's okay that if that person is not the master of that skill.
Oh, so you're saying someone who is still learning the skill can be a mentor.
Right, because I have been mentored to people when I didn't know a lot of the things that that person wanted me to know. But then it was a learning process that we took along together. So it's for me, what is more important is that the person should be willing to help me.
Got it. So that willpower is what is needed in a mentor, I think.
Right, because when I look at my mentor, I always look at that I'm having this specific relationship with that person where I'm learning something through that person. And that person has to commit to that relationship before that person even knows what he has to guide me on, but that person has to commit to that relationship.
Right.
I have not reached out to people who are great at a particular thing, but I've reached out to people who I feel resonate with me and I can talk to them and I can be open with them. Those sort of people I've reached out to for being mentors.
Okay, so I think I can relate this to my last speech I gave in a public platform 2 weeks ago. So the speech title was Teach While Learning or Learn While Teaching. You're talking about something similar, right?
Right. And if you just think about it, your parents are not experts in anything, but they are still your first and probably the best mentors.
Right.
So, but what makes that entire thing so beautiful is that they're always there to listen to you and you're always so comfortable with them that you can say anything to them.
So I think that is why a mentor is important. People should be willing to listen in the first place rather than the ability to teach. Listening is the first thing.
That's true, because you have so many teachers and educators around you, but then a teacher is not always a mentor. A mentor is someone who listens to each and everything that you have felt, that you have done, and why did you do that particular thing, and what was the goal that you wanted to achieve. And after listening to all these things, then guide you.
All right. So not just telling you that this is how something should be done. This is how something should be done by you. I think that is
Right.
what differentiates a teacher and a mentor.
Right, because when you learn 1+1, it's like one solution that fits all. That's teaching.
Correct. That's teaching.
But when you come to mentoring, it is very specific to you. Like we talked about evaluation. Now, evaluation is like you're evaluating certain points. You're trying to give something that you feel is not personal to that person. It's something generic that
Correct.
I've evaluated you on these points and this is how I feel someone should do it. At the same time, it's equally important that you realize mentor fits in where that mentor makes that particular thing very personal to you. And that is very, very important because I know 1,000 things that someone should do, but I don't know how to fit those 1,000 things in my life.
Correct. So it's looking at the mentee point of view and giving ideas.
That's true, because like we said, evaluation has to be my personal opinion when I am giving someone an evaluation. At the same time, mentoring is something that has to be personal to me.
Tailored to fit you. I can relate to this so much because you and I have this mentor-mentee relationship.
That's actually good if you have such a relationship, and it's so important that you should always remember that your mentor is not going to be like a parent to you. Your mentor is someone you have to go to that person and you have to seek guidance.
Correct.
Seeking guidance is what I think is very, very important, because I think having a mentor became like a cool trend and everyone tries to hop onto it, but people forget that it's the word seek in that relationship with a mentor is what is very important, because you can have 1,000 mentors, but if you don't go to them and seek guidance through them,
Correct.
they are just names.
Yeah. So I think that is one of the beautiful things that makes this entire concept of mentorship successful. Both the mentor and the mentee have this wonderful relationship that the mentor is ready to listen and the mentee is ready to seek from the mentor.
Having committed to that relationship is what is important.
I can think of a lot of people whom I have this amazing relationship called mentorship. You know, if you had listened to my speech last week, I have referenced 3 specific people, and the third person is you.
Right.
And I think that is how this whole podcast idea came into the first place, right? We were talking over conversations because of the mentor-mentee relationship, which turned out to be something like this podcast.
Yes. And I can, whatever I'm saying, actually, I have seen it most with you when we embarked on this mentor-mentee journey, because then for me, I can't very clearly say that you are only my mentee, because there are moments when I'm seeking guidance from you also.
Right. Again, coming back to learn while teaching and teach while learning.
So it's very a faint line between us, that who's a mentor, who's a mentee. But yes, there are certain aspects where you seek guidance from me, and then there are certain aspects where I seek guidance from you.
Right.
And I think that is why the entire thing has bloomed so well between us, because I've had other mentees where they were not really like committed to the relation. They were not seeking guidance. You are my mentor. Okay, very good. End of story. And similarly, I've had mentors who would not take interest in what I wanted help with. I remember, I'll not take the name, but I remember I had a mentor. I would always go to that person with some input that I have to discuss this with you. And it was a college project, so there were marks and all that were dependent on it. But that person would always feel or sound uninterested. So I slowly started pulling away from that person, and I found a new mentor eventually, but then
I mean,
it has to work both ways.
Right. I can also relate to this. I have had a mentee in Toastmasters actually, whom I used to go to asking, do you want help or can I help you? But this person again was uninterested, so they never got back to me. So such relationships do not last, yeah.
And it is also very clear, but people don't realize that when you have a mentor, it makes a ton of difference. It's not like you have a mentor and if you're at 90, you'll reach 95. If you're at 90, you'll reach 110 with a mentor.
Wow. Do you have any examples for this? Any real time?
The same college example. So when I was with the old mentor where that person was not really helping out and we were not finding the guidance we were looking for, but when we changed, the entire project started moving. So at a given point of time, we were feeling that the project has halted. It's not moving. We are not making progress. And that really made us feel also a little bit discouraged that, okay, it's a big thing. Why are we even trying to invest so much time? Why are we not going with something smaller like other students? But with that change in mentor and that person really getting involved in what is happening around, it turned things over. And we suddenly started feeling that we are making progress. And if I have to put it like in objective terms, like number of lines of code and all those things, it was the same. But then that mental perception changed. That there is someone who's willing to help us.
Yeah, I think I've also encountered the same scenario, but in work. So when a project manager decided to step in and help us with what we are doing, actually, I think the entire outcome of the project changed, or the passion, the dedication to which we were working changed again. So I think that is kind of a similar concept.
Right, because your mentor is never going to come and do the work that you're supposed to do. Your mentor is just going to guide you. You are the one who has to do the actual work. But then it plays a lot of mental and I'll say a psychological thing in your brain that it really motivates you.
Right.
And if you don't have a good mentor, you might feel that, okay, I am not doing well. But the truth is you just need a good mentor to get through it. And there's no way you're getting through anything in life without a mentor.
Right. So I think the mentors whom we see in life or whom we get in life need not be always explicit. They will not be all the time known to us or saying that, okay,
You don't tag them as mentor always.
exactly. But we will indirectly be learning from them or guided by them.
Right. So I remember this in school. I had an opportunity to go to it was the education summit something. It was happening in Delhi, and I went there. And we were in school. We have no clue what the world is going around you. So the whole purpose of going to that education summit was, one, to look around what different things are and get it to school about different technologies, how teaching is changing. But also we were part of this commercial thing. I don't remember the name. It was Think something. I don't remember.
Okay.
And we were supposed to sell their product also. So we were like half salesmen, half school students who are going to explore different technologies that are around in the education space. At that time, there was once before that I did where I was not even able to talk to people who were coming to the stall. It was very difficult. But then the second time when we did, our principal actually took interest in it. And our principal guided us through that, okay, this is how you are supposed to do it. And it was not like she gave a pep talk and then we went into the thing. No, after every talk that was happening, she would walk up to us and she would just talk about feedback, how we should improve. But then it was very specific to me as a person, my partner. And that's how we got better in the second attempt.
Oh, nice.
So it's not like we gave her the label of you are our mentor for this. No, it implicitly came. She took on that role herself and guided us through.
Right. That's a very nice way to look at it. I mean, I can think of something very similar that happened at my school science fair. So we have this amazing concept of every year presenting some science project to the public in our town called the science fair. And I was in class 11, I believe, when I was demonstrating like 5 projects based on water. And there was this one project where we had a weighing machine built out from a lorry's tire filled with water. I did not know the principle, which is actually Archimedes' principle. Water gets displaced based on the weight that you put in. But I was very familiar with the concept. So I see this one person walking in and asking me to explain. I do it. And at the end of the explanation, he asks me, hey, what is this called? I wasn't sure. I just told him it is Newton's third law. You put in displacement of your weight and you get it a rise in water. So that's what I was telling. But the way he had explained to me what it means or what principle, how Archimedes' principle came into the first place, I was truly guided a lot by it. And I think the rest of the day I carried on with his explanation and he being an indirect mentor for me. That was really good.
Yeah, actually, you always come across such people, and it's very important for you to identify what sort of a role this person can actually play in your life. And on the basis of that, you embark that entire journey of having a mentor.
Nice. And talking about mentorship, there is this quote that I have invented, which I do want to share now. Learn while teaching and teach while learning. I'm very proud to have invented the quote. And I hope someday people will write stories about it.
It's actually a good thing, and it brings out a good message also. It's not one-way relationship, it's a two-way relationship.
Nice, yeah. Well, I think this entire concept of mentorship is all because I have got a very good mentor such as you. And I hope whomever is listening to this podcast will get a good mentor as I have got. That's something I have to say.
Thank you so much. It's actually been a fun journey with you also, because I've got to learn so much from you. But then talking about that, I think one thing that we are missing as a podcast is a mentor for ourselves.
Right. And I think we will hunt out for podcast listeners who are experienced to guide us.
Yeah, we actually need that. We are feeling that one element is missing from the entire thing, and it's not just a place for us to talk, it's also a place for us to learn something new.
Right.
Right, Ajay?
Exactly. I agree with you. So, if you're following this podcast, please do leave us a review on Twitter or Instagram. We would like to take this moment to thank all the previous mentors whom we have got feedback from. Until the next one, stay healthy, stay safe.